Welcome to Silverstone for the penultimate weekend in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF tyres. Ollie Turner is leading the championship, and we're just going to have a quick word with him before he goes out onto track. Ollie, interesting day yesterday. Track was a little bit damp and it's drying out at the moment. How do you feel?
Yeah, we're still unsure whether it's wets or just the standard tyres we usually use, but yeah, I'm feeling confident, and to be honest, I wish it just rained all night and it was completely wet this morning, but yesterday was a bit dry, so we didn't really get any testing in the wet for today, but yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I just want to have a good race.
You've got quite a healthy lead in the championship. Is that now something that you're concentrating on, or are you just going race by race?
I think now is the time to really start focusing on the championship, because, well, not in terms of winning, but being a bit more conservative and trying to not do anything stupid to mess things up. But if I can go for a win, I will, but I'm not going to be doing anything stupid.
So just keep the points handy. Okay, we wish you all the best out there, Ollie. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us. And with that, it's over to the commentary team.
Third time this season we see Joseph Loke on pole position. Did it at Snetterton and done it again. He's got Ollie Turner alongside him on the front row. And row 2, Ted Potts and Alfie Glennie. 4 races to go to the end of the 2019 season. The lights are on. Out go the lights. So pole position with Joseph Loke, the red and white car, but a super start from his fellow front row man, Ollie Turner, who leads. Alfie Glennie challenging for second in yellow. Ted Potts at the moment in 4th as they go down to Abbey for the first time. Then it's around into Farm Village, the loop, and onto Hanger Straight as Alfie Glennie now challenges for the lead. Superb stuff from Glennie from 4th on the grid, but Ollie Turner's looking back up the inside line, outside for this part. He'll grab the inside again if they're side by side coming on to Hanger Straight, which they are. So all 4 cars very much together. Ted Potts looking in the 55 car now to challenge for 3rd place and past the pole position man Joseph Loke. Here's an iconic shot along the Hanger Straight. And it's Ollie Turner on the inside line coming down into Stowe Corner, who has got the lead. Alfie Glennie is next up. Glennie 3rd in the championship at the moment. Turner the championship leader, who with the right results today could settle the championship, but that's very much dependent on a number of other things. Coming down now into Club, and there's a little bit of argy-bargy and contact. It's Turner still leading it through. Comes Alfie Glennie back in 2nd place. Ted Potts is on the outside line. They're getting very physical, these two, and Potts has a little rub on the back end of the 27 car. I tell you what, Joseph Loke, the pole man in 4th place, by no means out of this, but has got the box seat for a cracking battle for 2nd position. So they come across the line. The qualifying times, by the way, set in the dry in the qualifying session yesterday, and these 4 runners giving us a superb opening to the hard contact on the back end of Alfie Glennie there from Joseph Loke. Glennie goes wide as Loke got momentum to go through. Here they come back towards Hanger Straight once again, and it's still the championship leader Ollie Turner out front. Could go any way, couldn't it, between these boys? So Loke at the back at the moment of this quartet who come down Hanger Straight. This is almost a little bit of a breathing time for them. And now into Stowe Corner. And Ollie Turner of the leader, but for how much longer? Because through into the lead goes Ted Potts. Great move by Ted Potts. Through into the lead, but he carries too much speed. Is he going to lose out, or is he going to hang on to the lead? They're coming down into Club once again. And Ted Potts, well, he didn't manage to hang on to it, and he's not going to hang on to 2nd either. There's argy-bargy again with Alfie Glennie in yellows on the outside. Ted goes into him as well. Might be a visit to the Clark for a couple of these boys afterwards. And Ted Potts is down to 4th position now. Glennie through, Joseph Loke back up into 2nd position. And Ted Potts is off the track. He's back on again. And he's got a wheel askew on the front of the car. And then there were 3. So it's the race leader now is Ollie Turner. Ted Potts, sadly, out of the race. That's his second retirement of the year. The battle for the lead is on, and Joseph Loke has started on pole, having a look around the outside line. Ollie Turner still out front at the moment, by far and away the big championship lead for him. Evesham-based driver. There is Alfie Glennie third in the championship in yellow. He's going to close in on Ted Potts now in this race. So it's Loke the leader, and hasn't been easy by any stretch of the imagination. Loke the leader. Second place is Ollie Turner. Just doing the maths quickly, we reckon Turner needs to win the second race in order to wrap up the championship, but it's, I guess, going to be fairly academic. He's got such a decent lead, he'll really just have to finish one of the races at Brands Hatch if he doesn't wrap it up today. He'll want to do it today for sure. What a thing to do, to wrap up a championship early and to do it at Silverstone. Equally good to do it at Brands Hatch, which is the Formula Ford Festival weekend of the 26th and 27th of October. It's the weekend that the clocks go back. And Joseph Loke still out front in this one. He's got the fastest lap as well, 1:27.163 for Joseph. And Ollie Turner still running in second position, will pick up the points. It's a lonely time for these guys now. They'll come down the straight and no challenge in sight for the race leader at the moment, the man who's looking to follow Magnus Kriklevi, last year's champion. Magnus did the first round of the year, had 2 second positions. We have had a number of different winners over the course of the season, but at the moment it's the pole man who is showing the way round this championship, which started back in 2012. And then, as we've mentioned, Charlie Liddell won the championship from Jack Mitchell and JJ Ross. All of those guys well established now in various forms of senior motorsport. Liddell sports cars, having won the Ginetta Super Cup last year. Jack Mitchell, noted GT racer, and JJ Ross racing Clios out in Spain at the moment. Hoping we might get to see JJ Ross in the Clio finale, maybe at Silverstone, sorry, at Brands Hatch later on in the month, which would be good to see. JJ was third the first year and won the championship the second year. Third champion was Jerry Nicosia, who was and that swing away from taking Ginetta Challenge this year, the GT5 championship. But the point of name-checking those drivers is just, of course, to say that winning the Fiesta Junior Championship carries a fair amount of prestige. It's a good thing to win, a great thing to have on your CV, and there's no such thing as an easy championship win, as we've seen with the amount of different winning drivers we've had so far this year. Ollie Turner, though, still trying to close in. Ollie's best lap time so far, 1:27.8, a little bit shy of Joseph Loke, who comes down into club again. So it is Loke, the leader, and Joseph, sponsored by Direct Food Ingredients, comes from Macclesfield, prepared by Race Car Consultants. And we'll go across the line to take the last lap signal. So this the final lap for Joseph Loke. I think the question for Joseph is going to be, how big is the gap going to be at the end? Ollie Turner, when he was speaking to our interviewer at the start, said that he wanted to start thinking about championship standings rather than anything else, so maybe rather than getting broiled. I'm sure he'd want to win if he could get it, but at the moment, second position points are going to be very useful indeed for Ollie Turner. For Joseph Loke, this is going to be 3 wins on the bounce. Had his first career win on Anglesey last time out, the 18th of August, and onto the Hanger Straight for the last time. So this is his first visit to Silverstone. Joined the championship at Pembrey, had non-finish in, or non-score at Cadwell Park Race 1, but has finished all of his races so far, Joseph Loke. And as we said, was pole position at Snetterton, took pole position on Anglesey. Did it again here, wasn't able to get into the lead straight away, but now has just got the downhill run into club and will be within sight of the checkered flag soon. Ollie Turner still in second and is going to edge closer to the overall title, Ollie Turner. It would have been nice to see more of a battle between these two, but it's been a good drive from both of them. Joseph Loke out of the final turn and down towards the checkered flag. There it is. Joseph Loke wins round 13 of the championship, and here comes Ollie Turner in second position and will pick up the points there. Joseph Loke just confirming that he does indeed get the fastest lap. Confirmation of that, Joseph Loke the winner, Ollie Turner in second. Non-finishes for Alfie Glennie and Ted Potts. Joseph with the fastest lap on the penultimate lap of the race.
Congratulations on your win. A lot of action going on out there today.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy. I just kind of stayed out of it and just tried to pick up the pieces after.
Yeah, you did well doing that and managed to avoid all of the fun going on, particularly where Ted Potts coming onto the start-finish straight. But there was quite a lot going on as well. The three of you that were left were really door handle to door handle.
Yeah, we were all so similar pace. You know, I was there trying to adapt to the conditions, and then I've just got Ollie and Alfie just constantly battling, and I'm just trying to find a way through. So.
Well, you did well, and hopefully repeat it again this afternoon.
Hopefully, yeah.
We look forward to seeing you then. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cars are getting ready to go out for the final race this weekend at Silverstone in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF tyres. Loke is starting on pole position, but as we saw earlier on, anything can happen with the Junior Series, particularly on a track that is drying. Be interesting to see what happens going into the first few corners. To take you through the action, it's over to our commentary team.
Joseph Loke on pole, as you heard, with Ollie Turner starting alongside row 2, Alfie Glennie and Ted Potts, who will both be hoping to get finishes this time. It was an interesting race. If Ollie Turner takes the win, he will be champion. So it's all to play for as far as Ollie Turner's concerned. The lights go out for the anti-penultimate time in 2019. Joseph Loke in red and white gets a good start. Here's the view from Ted Potts. Ollie Turner trying to squeeze her into the lead, but Loke gets a good run. Potts is going to have a look down the inside. A little bit too far back. Alfie Glennie in yellow seems to be struggling already. That's a shame for Alfie Glennie. But it's Joseph Loke, the race leader. Ted Potts challenging for second after the non-finish in the first race. Only Ted's second retirement of the year. He missed out in race 2 at Pembrey, round 4 of the championship. The championship's first visit to South Wales. But a good racing prospect here. And it's Joseph Loke who is out front. Ollie Turner, remember, needs the win. Here's an iconic view going down the hanger straight under the bridge. Grand Prix drivers have pedalled down here, so very much in the wheel tracks of champions. It is a problem, and a puff of smoke which becomes somewhat bigger behind for Alfie Glennie, and Turner goes through into lead position, watching with Ted Potts. Let's see whether Joseph Loke can get back into lead position. Potts, the man in the Daniels Motorsport prepared car. Loke having a very good go to try and get back through, and Ted Potts looking handy here in third position, the youngster from Heathfield. So the three of them circulating in close proximity at the moment. And here we go, in cart with Ted Potts along the main straight. Loke's going to have a look on the outside line. Potts to the inside, and Ollie Turner looks like he's the meat in the sandwich here, going down into turn 1. Is he going to get squeezed? Loke's got his nose back in front, but there's contact. And Loke drops back. It's Ted Potts now challenging the race leader, although coming back on track. Is that a shortcut for... No, it isn't a shortcut by any means for Joseph Loke. He's back in third position, and it's Ollie Turner still there. Ted Potts in second, but it did get very physical for a moment. Potts is having a look down the inside line. Can't quite do it, but the intent was there, and Ted Potts looks like he's got speed here over Ollie Turner. Turner, now he's in front, will be keen to wrap things up here, but look at this run that Potts is getting. Turner cuts across, grabs the inside line to defend. There's the stricken car of Alfie Glennie, who's out of the race as Potts goes around the outside line and challenges as they go around Stowe Corner. He's got his nose in front. Ted Potts has got the lead, and Ollie Turner's dropping back. Turner in third place now. Joseph Loke goes up into second, and Turner has lost ground into club. Turner will try and fight back. That's the championship maybe slipping away. Rides the curbs there. Ted Potts out front, looking for his first win in the championship. He's had 1 second place. You'll remember that was round 5 at Cadwell Park, and now we get a safety car. And I'm guessing that is we've already been past the stricken car once, so you'd kind of think that the drivers would know where that was. There aren't that many cars on circuit to cause a problem, but probably a good call for saving the machine of Alfie Glennie. So safety car out, and Ted Potts doing a little bit of weaving to keep the heat in his tyres. Now we go racing again. Ted Potts will resume in lead position. Alfie Glennie's car having been recovered to safety, and let's hope that we see Alfie, the Cranbrook youngster, back out again at Brands Hatch. The worst meeting for him this year, 2 retirements out of 2, so Brands Hatch can only in theory get better from there, as Ted Potts leads from Joseph Loke in 2nd position, and 3rd Ollie Turner. Turner's only actually finished off the podium once, so he's not going to do that now, but the key word in that sentence is going to be finish for Ollie Turner, who, where he is at the moment, won't wrap up the championship, but will be just a finish away from grabbing the title at Brands Hatch. We've got a challenge on for the lead now. Joseph Loke taking the battle to Ted Potts here, coming through the link and onto Hanger Straight once again. Potts is going to be delighted here if he can get a race win. Is he going to leave a gap on the inside? Here's the view from Ollie Turner. Joseph Loke looking down the inside line. Is Loke able to get the overlap and draw level as they come down into Stowe Corner? Sun low in the sky as we're late in the day, and through on the inside line, Joseph Loke's going to take the lead. They're side by side into Stowe Corner, and Ted Potts has to cede the race lead, and it's Joseph Loke back through. Loke going for a double here this weekend. So it's Loke the leader. Ted Potts down to 2nd, but he's not finished yet. He's coming out wide. He's going to try and get a run through the chicane and maybe carry all the momentum onto the main straight. Dives down the inside, tags the back end of Joseph Loke, who spins around and goes into the gravel. Here's a replay. Ted dives down the inside line, catches the end of the car. It goes up on 2 wheels, and there's another one. There was nothing else really that Ted could do in that position. But the clerks of the course are going to look at the initial contact, and I'm guessing are going to give a penalty to Ted Potts, who remains out front despite the nerfing. It was perhaps a little optimistic going into the club chicane, and the second contact he couldn't do anything about. So it's Potts out front gesticulating. Is Ollie Turner, who's in 2nd place. I think Turner is going to get this win now. Look at the bodywork hanging off. He might well get the meatball flag to bring the car in to sort that out. There's bits hanging off the front. So it's Ted Potts in front, but I'm not sure he's going to hang on to this. And Ollie Turner is probably now starting to think that the championship has come back to him. And Ted Potts, is it going to be a 3rd retirement of the year for him, and maybe a 2nd retirement of the meeting? Fastest lap is with Joseph Loke. He's going to be stricken about that because he was in the lead. And, well, it's youngsters learning, but you don't want to see that happening to anybody. Potts still 2nd in the championship, remember. Alfie Glennie 3rd, he's had that retirement. Joseph Loke 4th, might have made up a little bit of ground. Actually, Loke 3rd on drop scores on 4:08 coming into this meeting, but it's still Ted Potts out front. This is where the damage happened earlier on. Double waved yellows there out of respect to Joseph Loke. There is Joseph's car still parked up. Marshall's with that car. Closing in is Ollie Turner. And let's see whether Ollie Turner can get close enough to Ted Potts to maybe make a move. They're on to the last lap, and it's the battered and bruised number 55 car that leads. Ted could well take a first checker. As I said, the result is going to be provisional until the stewards have looked at all of the evidence there, but Ted did just give him a little nudge and then had the follow-on damage as well. That's the follow-on was unavoidable, to be fair, but that's the one that caused the damage. But it's the initial thing that the stewards are going to look at. Now, Ollie Turner here, he's not going to settle for 2nd place, and Turner's having a very good go for the lead. One would think that the damaged car would be slower, but Ted Potts is driving to defend, leaves a gap now, and Ted doesn't come across on this occasion. A little bit of smoke coming out as well, and Ollie Turner goes through into the lead. Turner will be keen to take the win on the road, and he's going to go through into the lead. Ollie Turner, fair play to him, he could have just sat back, but he wanted the lead, goes through on the inside line of Ted Potts, takes the lead as they go through Stowe. Now down into Vale, into Club Corner. Let's hope for no shenanigans on the last corner. Heavily waved yellows there, so there won't be any passing, and that means with the yellows out there that we're going to see Ollie Turner take another win, his first win since Brands Hatch, missed out at Anglesey, and this will be the championship for Ollie Turner. There's the checker, it's a win and the championship for Ollie Turner. Following him across the line is Ted Potts. Well, after the clerk of the courses looked at the information, Ted was sadly excluded from the result, so Ollie Turner taking the win. And non-finishes for Joseph Loke and Alfie Glennie, but congratulations to our 2019 champion, Ollie Turner.
Ollie, brilliant race. Congratulations on your win, on the championship victory as well. How do you feel?
Oh, there's a load of emotions going on right now. I don't know how to describe it. It's amazing. I'm so happy with the whole team, my family. We've all worked so hard.
And it's not been an easy season for you, has it? There's been a lot of issues throughout the year.
We've had a solid first half of the season, and then from Brands onwards, we've been having mechanical failures, just a bit of knocks and bangs really. But we've just secured the championship, and I can't believe it. I'm so happy. It's brilliant.
Well, that's something to add onto your racing CV. What happens now? You go to Brands Hatch in a couple of weeks' time. As this year's champion, you can just relax and cruise around, can't you?
Yeah, I could do, or I might. Well, it depends yet on what we're doing yet, but I might do the last round in seniors, so that could be interesting. But obviously, it's down to the team and what they think first. So, yeah, we could relax, or we could get cracking and start my senior career off at Brands. So, see how it goes.
Okay, that's an interesting spin on it, but take some time now to relax over the next few weeks. Enjoy your championship victory. It's been brilliant watching you this season, and we look forward to seeing whatever you do next.
Thank you very much. It's been a cracking season. Thank you.